all know, National Education Policy 2020 was launched, was released by the Government of India, Ministry of Education in 2020, in the year 2020, and this is the 5th year of the implementation of National Education Policy all across the country. Welcome all of you once again. Namaskar and good morning. Dr. Regional Services Division, Anjana, I think she's yet to join.
Yes, ma'am. Still, she's not there.
Okay, so we will proceed with the program. And Dr. Jyotsna, if you permit, we can continue.
Sure, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, okay. So we proceed with the program. I welcome all of you once again. Especially, I will welcome Yogi Shivanji from Trivandrum, Kerala, and all our other guests today. I also welcome, I see now our Assistant Registrar, Mr. Rajiv Kumarji has also joined. So welcome Rajiv ji to this webinar. I would first of all like to give a brief introduction or brief profile of our guest speaker today, Shri Yogi Shivanji. Yogi Shivanji, also known as Guruji for many people who have been visiting Indi Masi at Trivandrum. He is as I said, he is a resident of Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. He has had a very humble beginning, having born in the village of Vakkam in Kerala. He belonged to a family of strong roots of practicing Siddha and Ayurveda. From a very early age, he started practicing the traditional martial art of Kerala in the form of Kalaripattu, while mastering Yoga Shastra and other forms of martial arts also. Initially, he worked in Oman for a pretty long period as a yoga instructor. However, with his quest for inner peace and spiritual awakening, he embarked on his quest for inner peace and on a journey of eternal enlightenment under the guidance of Guru Shiva Jyoti Dharmanand Swamikal, spending 4 long years of penance or tapa involving self-discipline, austerity, and hardship in seclusion. Thereafter, he strove to balance spirituality with householders' dharma under the guidance of his Guruji. His endeavors include establishing wellness centers in India, which includes centers in India, Oman, Netherlands, and as far as Ethiopia, helping people in determining the true path of healthy living, optimism, and true purpose of life. Presently, he is heading Indi Masi, the wellness village in Thiruvananthapuram. I would like to say this particular wellness village is around 40 kilometers from Thiruvananthapuram in a small village called Nedumangat, where a holistic and balanced approach to healing and mindful spiritual practice is nurtured. Once again, thank you so much, Shri Yogi Shivanji, for accepting this invitation, for giving the lecture today on the occasion of the 5th anniversary of National Education Policy. And we welcome you once again on behalf of Indira Gandhi National Open University in Delhi. Thank you so much. I would now request our colleague and my dear friend, Dr. Anjana, Deputy Director, to please introduce our guest today, Dr. Jyotsna Dikshit, who is the Director of NCIDE in IGNOU. Anjana, please.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good morning to all of you, and a very warm welcome to our resource person, Yogi Shivanji. Thank you, sir, for accepting our request to be and to address us on this very important topic, spiritual intelligence. And special welcome to our special invitee, Dr. Jyotsna Dikshit, madam, who is the Director of National Center for Innovation in Distance Education at IGNOU. You are leading pioneering efforts in advancing open and distance learning through innovation. With over 25 years of your experience, you have significantly contributed to pedagogical and technological advancements in education. And currently, you are the Also the president of Institution Innovation Council 7.0 at IGNOU, and also you're coordinating Swam Prabha channel number 14 and session, and promoting inclusive and technology-driven education. An accomplished researcher and innovator, you have developed impactful solutions in augmented learning, game-based interactive content, mobile-enabled learning, and gamification. Your early research and development work at IIT Mumbai, especially on projects supported by Aeronautical Development Agency, reflects your deep-rooted commitment to innovation. You have conducted extensive faculty training, student empowerment programs, and innovation workshops, playing a pivotal role in developing IGNOU's entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem. As an advanced level certified innovation ambassador by Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell, you are also leading the establishment of an incubation center at IGNOU and innovation hubs across IGNOU's regional centers, fostering creativity, innovation, and the vision of Viksit Bharat at 2047. With these words, ma'am, I, on behalf of IGNOU Regional Center Noida, welcome you to this session, and we'll be looking forward to your address. Over to you, ma'am. Siran, ma'am, please.
Thank you so much, Dr. Anjana. I now request Dr. Jyotna Dikshit, before we ask or before we request Yogi Shivanji to begin his address, I would like to request Dr. Jyotna Dikshit to give a few words as opening remarks. Over to you, Dr. Jyotna.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mukherjee. And my greetings and pranam and naman to revered Yogi Shivanji. We are really blessed today to have you here. And it's a great and wonderful idea, Dr. Mukherjee, that the topic which, our Yogi ji will be speaking and addressing our students as well as the faculty member across India, and even some students from the global diaspora might be attending. So, when today I was just going through the topic, the very first thing which came in my mind was the Doha from Kabir, which says, जब तू आया था इस दुनिया में सब हंसते थे तू रोता था सबर कर बसर कर ऐसी जिंदगी कि सब रोए तू हंसता जा, which if I convert it into English, it means that when you came into this world, everyone was smiling and you were crying. Live your life in such a way that when you leave, everyone cries and you are smiling. In fact, in view of today's topic, I would like to add one more line to this Doha of Kabir ji, which may say that, which may I put up like this, that if we lead our life in such a way that when we leave the body, we smile and everyone also smile in spiritual awareness, because ultimately it's the body that we are leaving. We are there everywhere. So this powerful line is a more than a poetic thought. It's a philosophy, a kind of a spiritual roadmap. It invites us to reflect, what kind of life are we living? Is it one which will leave behind wealth or wisdom? Is it the one which will leave behind possessions or presence? Are we chasing something temporary, or are we looking for building something which is eternal? So my dear students who are present here, to live such a life, we need spiritual intelligence, which our Swamiji will be beautifully explaining to all of us. And with his grace, we will be imbibing that in our lives. This also reminds me about Gurudev Adi Shankaracharya ji and his journey. So this is around back some 1,000 years back, when an 8-year-old child or a boy named Shankaracharya left home with a burning question. What is the self? Who am I? He traveled across India, debated scholars, studied scriptures, and meditated in forests and mountains. He wrote Nirvad Shatakam, a set of 6 verses in which he described what he had realized. And the most powerful and one of my favorite verses is Mano buddhyankar chittani naham nacha shrotra jive nagranam netre nacha vyoma bhumir tejo navayo chedananda rupam shivoham shivoham. This simply means I am not the mind, neither the intellect nor the memory. I'm not the body, I'm not the senses, I'm pure consciousness. I am Chidanand Swarup, Shivoham Shivoham. I am bliss, I am Shiva. And mind you, if for even a nanosecond we are able to feel this bliss, we are into the realm, the reality, the truth. So, Adi Guru Shukracharya's life teaches us spiritual intelligence and the purpose of action, the purpose of our being here on this planet Earth. Now, from India, I would like to take you to Japan. And there we have people, elderly people, who practice the concept of ikigai. The concept of ikigai means the purpose of being. It is the intersection of what you love to do, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for, which means the intersection which you find out of these components, whether we are teachers, academics, whether housewives, even fishermen, anyone on this planet Earth, any human being on this planet Earth, if we focus basically on these four components, we understand our ikigai. It is a kind of a soul compass that what is the purpose of your being here and what one should do. So basically, if I join these two stories, then both of the stories remind us that life is not about duration, how much we live. It is about the depth. It is not just about success, worldly success. When Anjana was introducing me, I could not correlate with that. It is something which is external. It will come and it will go. But something which we possess internally and the vibes which we give outside is what Swamiji, I'm sure, will be telling us. And certainly we'll be gaining a lot from it. And finally, I would like to reiterate a few lines of a poem which was passed on to me by my grandfather, which reads like this. The glory of life is to serve, not to be served, to give, not to get, and to love, not to be loved. So with these words, I would take leave right now because Swamiji is here with us. His time is very important, and we are here to listen to you, Swamiji. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jyotsna ji. Thank you so much for your enlightening opening remarks. Without wasting further time, I would now invite Yogi Shivanji. But before saying that, I would just like to say one thing, that how come we chose this particular topic of spiritual intelligence? Well, me and Anjana, we were discussing one day and we saw that we see very often IQ. We hear about EQ, but not very often do we hear about SQ. So SQ is that spiritual quotient, which I think nowadays is very much needed amongst the people, amongst the youth, amongst the students. So since we are observing this event in the higher education setup, I feel there is so much of, there's so much of unrest. We keep on hearing from people and young students that I'm stressed, which was maybe not there around even 30 years back. We would be stressed. So hearing all this and feeling it, experiencing it in our day-to-day life, in the office, the students, they come to see us, they say, ma'am, we are very stressed. So I thought that why not have a lecture today on this occasion on spiritual intelligence, a way towards spiritual quotient. Without wasting any further time, I now request Shri Yogi Shivanji, as I call him Guruji, to please address the gathering here. Thank you so much.
Namaste, welcome all. Am I audible? Okay. First, at the outset, let me express my sincere gratitude for the effort which you are putting to bring up this vital subject, the missing link in higher education Are you aware of this comment, the depth of this comment? You are indirectly accepting that there is a missing link in the higher education. So, acknowledging our limit is the beginning of any success. Now we know all over the world, everybody is educated. So doctors, scientists, engineers, corporates, everybody is educated. But how many people are really contented? How many are happy with their education? So I have been traveling extensively around the world. Though I have studied, my main subject was geology in my college. But I am being invited to ask about physical, they're inquiring for the remedy, physical problems, mental problems, spiritual problems. So, you are right, there is a missing link in higher education. We forgot about the meaning of education. In India, it is called Vidya Abhyas. Vidya is actually knowledge about ourselves. Abhyas means deal with it successfully. If you fail to deal with yourself, the Abhyas will become an Abhas. Abhas means it's like it's a destruction, or it will lead to Asuriyata. Asuriyata means diminished behavior. So when we become diminished with ourselves, life is totally become a disastrous, end. This is what is happening all over the world. I am not telling that everybody is falling into that problem, but a major around 90-95% of the people around the world is actually facing this problem. That is why some studies are saying that. I am not sure about its authenticity. I took from Google search. Around 48 to 50% of the total population of developed countries are surviving on prescribed drugs. So there are many studies, but this is what I saw. But around me also, whomever I meet, in secret they say they are using some kind of drugs because they cannot sleep properly. The thoughts are beyond their control and there is no happiness within themselves. So to find out or to escape from that situation, people are falling into intoxication, lahari. So in India, there are two laharis, Bhaudika lahari and Atma lahari. So there was a mentioning about Shankaracharya. Yes, he wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari. Whenever you want to use any kind of a mantra, Saundarya Lahari is the authentic book. When you hear about mantra, you will think reciting or chanting some words. Actually, it is high energy physics. Mantra means mananat trayate iti mantra. Mantra means, manana means when you focus on a subject or an object. Scientifically, that identity of the subject or object will be lost. Just for example, if I keep one glass of water in front of you, and you will say, yeah, water. There is a data open in your mind. Water is this, then it can be used like this, juices are there, many informations are there. But if you focus your mind on water, scientifically, you will come to know water is nothing but a consequence of a profound joining of two gases, H2O, hydrogen and oxygen. Two gases combined each other to give you water. In that level of knowledge, water lost its identity, two gases evolved. That is what is called, Maya. What you saw as water is not the real thing. Behind the water molecule, two invisible gases. Focus on that again. Then the gases will dissolve into fire. Hydrogen is combustible, oxygen is complementing fire. Again, you focus on that. It's called manana. That will remove that identity of fire and air will be evolved. You focus again, air will dissolve in sound. Focus again, sound will dissolve in light. Focus again, the sound will dissolve into avyakta, electromagnetic radiation. So from the water molecule, or you see a piece of ice, from the solid level, you went to water level, from water level to gas level, gas to fire, fire to air, air to sound, sound to light, light to avyakta, unmodified state of energy. See, this is what is asked to us by Indian tradition. Say Namah Shivaya. What does it mean? Na for solid, Ma for water, Shi for fire, Va for air, Vayu, Ya for sound. Beyond the sound, light is there. Modern science says after the Big Bang, there was an electromagnetic radiation, vibration. Then from vibration, light evolved. From light, sound evolved. From sound, matter evolved. This is what is written in the Upanishad. Indriyabhya parahyartha pratyabhya param mana manasastu parabuddhi udiragma mahanpara mahadap paramavvyaktam, unmodified state of energy. So what I am saying is the missing link of higher education is mantra. Mananatrayade. Whatever you see around you, Shankaracharya very clearly stated, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Whatever you see around you as the material world is an illusion, Maya. There is no exact translation for Maya in English because English says illusion. No, it's Mithya. Mithya is like water you see, it's an experience, but reality is gases. But again, gases, you take it as a reality? No, fire is the reality. So it will take you to the unmodified state of energy called avyakta, unmodified. So whatever effort you put in your education, the word education is derived from the root educe, exploration. Now you said Shivoham. You know the meaning of Shivoham? Aham Shiva. What is the meaning of Shiva? Shi for fire, Va for air. In Ayurveda, it is called Vata. Vayu, the air you breathe in, will merge into the body along with the heat, Tapa within you, Jadaragini. So when that Vayu merge into Tapa, it's called Vata. When you say Ayurveda, Vata means it's Shiva in Tantra Yoga. Got it, no? Then when you say Aham, my soul, my spirit, my reality is Vadam or Shivam. So what I am saying is, the missing link in higher education is this mantra. And mantra is the exploration, education of higher consciousness. If you go to Rigveda, it is stating that, Sutra Vakya, Prajnanam Brahma. Jnanam means intellectual knowledge. You have a certain limit of knowledge, which is called the sensory knowledge. From the day one, when you are born, then your mother held you. Then mother told you, I am your mother, and this is your father, and this is your auntie, and this is your guru. So like that you started seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. These are the 5 ways you get knowledge, informations. That is based on intellect. So when intellect is filled with informations, we will be entangled into that. That is what is called jnanam. You are into the spell of Maya. But Rigveda says, if you want to know really who you are, go beyond the senses. Patanjali said, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. So, prajnanam brahma. Brahma means, now ultra modern science, I can copy a little from the science or physics. Quanta, something which is beyond explanation. That is what is called Brahma. Something which is dynamically expanding. It's not in our mind, it is incomprehensible. There. So, if the moment you go beyond your five senses, prajnanam, you are crossing the limit of your intellect. This is the only missing link in higher education. Now, we explore intellectual domain of our existence. Let me clear one point. If you get a chance to hear Dr. Bruce Lipton, he emphatically declared that the knowledge which we have as intellectual knowledge is only 5%. That means our conscious level is maximum 5% of our existence. The rest 95% is in our instinct. So come to this point. Higher education, whether it is low education or middle education or higher education, only dealing with the 5% of our reality. What is the remaining 95%? Prajnanam. Go beyond your five senses, then you will come to know who really you are. That is what is called, the second Veda says. When you, through the Veda, you said, okay, Prajnanam Brahma, I obliterate the boundaries of my intellect and I went beyond it. There you declare that. Yajurveda says, Aham Brahmasmi, I am. The real I am the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. When I experience it, the first one, Prajnanam Brahma, is called Lakshana Vakya. Lakshana means the presentation. The second one, Aham Brahmasmi, is called Anubhava Vakya. Anubhava means I experience it. When I experience that I am everything, I explored. My education went to the higher level, instinctive level. There I will feel that I am everything. No more worries, no more tension, no overjoy, nothing. Bhagavad Gita is declaring this. Sama shatraucha mitraucha tadha ana apamana shita ushna sukha dukkha samasanga vivarjita. There is no heat and cold. There is no pleasure and pain. There is no yin and yang. You went beyond it. Aham Brahmasmi. The duality has obliterated or gone. This is what Max Planck Institute of Germany or Dr. Hans-Peter Dürr declared this, a duality. In one of his papers, he was declaring E is equal to M. There is nothing different. There are no two, only one. There are no dual things, only a duality. And he continues with this point. I am a child in front of the masters who propounded Advaita philosophy thousands of years ago. Advaita, a duality. So when I declare that I am everything, you will ask, hey, Guruji, if you are there, who am I? Then the third Veda, Sama Veda, says, Tat Tumasi. Tat, that reality, Tum, you, Asi, are. You are also the same reality. Okay? So this is how our masters educated or explored the reality of our existence. This is the only missing link. We do a lot of education, do exploration, but how far we will go? Maximum 5% of our reality. Then one day, brain will start deteriorating and brain will say, I cannot hold the memory. Then you will ask yourself, why did I study all those things? Why I was spending all my time, energy in this? And you are feeling something missing. But along with this, Vidya means Baudiga Vidyabhyasa. Ancient India was giving importance for two parallels, Baudiga Vidyabhyasa and Atmiya Vidyabhyasa. Baudiga Vidyabhyasa was on schools, Gurukulas, and the Atmiya Vidyabhyasa, the spiritual education, was based on temples, Kshetra. Bhagavad Gita is declaring without any doubt, Idam Shariram Kaundeya Kshetramithya Vidiyade. Hey, Arjuna or Seeker, Master is saying this. Your body is the temple. So, if the body is the temple, then where is the God? God is within yourself. It is residing in Hiranyagarbha, in the depth of your heart. There, the mind, once you bring your attention back from the brain to the heart, union between the brain and the heart is called yoga. Yoga is nothing but union. Union between the intellect and the instinct is called yoga. When you reach there, you will experience something which is beyond explanation. There you will feel some kind of ecstasy. You will be intoxicated. That is what is called lahari, atma lahari. One more example, I will repeat the water. When you see this hydrogen and oxygen, one is combustible, one is complementing fire. Both are fire. But what will happen once we make a union? The gases will lose their identity and the water will be warm. Water has a peculiarity of putting off fire. So two gases were complementing fire. Once it connected each other, the product gained a capacity of putting off fire. This is what is our body, mind, and spirit. Your mind is like hydrogen, always looking forward for desires, the fire of desires. Body is complementing it. So this is how we are entangled into Bhaudika Jivita, material life. Once we are tired of that, or when you become aware of the reality or the purpose of life, you should be able to make a union between your mind and body. The mind is bringing desires, body is trying to complement the desire or fulfill the desire. But if you make a union between mind and body, like hydrogen and oxygen mixed, then a third reality will be evolved from within you. That is what is called the knowledge of the self. Something which is beyond body, mind. What is beyond mind and body? Soul, spirit. Once you reach there, when you find your destination, you will find answer for a question, which is called why. If I ask you a question, who you are, you say, I am so and so. Then I ask, why are you born? How many of you can give an answer? Why are you born? I know there is no answer in the intellect. Then second question, from where we are from? No idea. Then one day everybody will die. Where will we go after the death? No answer. Without getting answer for these fundamental questions, nobody will enjoy peace of mind. We can declare that I am very peaceful, I have everything, I am so happy, contented. These are all intellectual explanation. Still, we feel that something missing. There is a missing link in the education of our life. We can find out or we can avoid that link only through systematic way of meditation and introduced by our ancient wisdom, ancient masters. So there are exaggerations, claims, many, but I am not falling into any of these things. But I would like to declare this point, understand the essence of Vedas, means Vedanta. There are Vedas and Vedanta. I don't think many of you might have discussed the difference between Veda and Vedanta. Okay, if we get another chance, we will do that. But I will conclude with this point also. Veda is verbal knowledge. Whatever you can explain through your senses is called Veda. Like if I give you a glass of cup of tea, you can enjoy it. Ah, nice. But how can you say what did you feel, the taste? It's like sweet, then the bitterness of the tea. Many things you can explain, but you cannot say exactly what you felt as the taste. Same way, you can explain about the material world. The world which we experience is only a speck of the reality, because 300,000 kilometers per second, the velocity of light, we experience through our senses. Beyond and below, nobody knows. So, when we reach to that point, when we go beyond the limit of intellect, there we will declare Aham Brahmasmi. This is what. When you experience that, you will be in a silence. That is what is called Vedanta. Veda, you can explain this is what's from the universe, many things. Finally, if we ask from where the universe is evolved, a child is asking, Anji or uncle, from where the universe is evolved, from where I came. So these fundamental questions we cannot explain. That is what is called Anda, Veda Anda. Verbal knowledge is ending, their experience starts. Or we will say it's called Siddha. It is inspired. It's an inspiration from within. So Vedanta and Siddhanta is the fundamental education system of traditional India, which is leading to our own self. Everybody is, separated or unique, like the thumb impression of our body. Just see the thumb impression. How many billions of people are there in the world? All are having different thumb impression. Same way, each and every molecule is presented in nature in a unique way, but Egam Sat Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. Everything is comprising into one. Krishna said in Gita, Sutre Manigana Iva. There is a fabric of energy which is holding the whole universe together. When we understand that unity, we will become or we will experience the Veda Anda. So experience the Veda Anda means the sound of silence. The moment you close your eyes, then try to bring your attention back to your own self. You will immerse yourself into a silence. Maunam. In Sanskrit, Mauna means silence. The person who observes the silence is called Muni. So the moment you start listening the sound of your own silence, you will become a Muni or Mauni. India's traditional wisdom is the language of silence. Listen the sound of silence and explore the violence of the silence. Every silence is containing an amazing violence. That is what is called Nadaraja Tandavam. We can symbolize only, but we cannot explain. So all we can see the symbols, go to the essence, and that essence will definitely merge into your own existence. That is what is the missing link of higher education of modern world. So had I went beyond, gone beyond certain limit?
No,
Saranji.
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Thank you so much. We are really grateful. While Yogi Shivanji was addressing all of us, I would like to express my gratitude to some of the guests who have joined in the meanwhile. I welcome Dr. Mamta Bhatia, Senior Regional Director from Regional Center Jaipur. I also welcome Dr. Deepa Singh, Senior Regional Director from RC Delhi 2. I welcome Dr. Amit Srivastav. I welcome Dr. Shiny Duggal. I also welcome Dr. Meena Singh, Dr. Vikas Singhal, Deputy Director from RC Delhi 2. Guruji, I would also like to tell you that we have study centers all across the Western UP under jurisdiction of RC Noida. So we have with us Professor Dr. Chandrasekhar from our study center, Meerut College, Meerut. And also we have a very senior educationist, Dr. Professor Sanjeev Rajan with us today, along with other study center functionaries across Western UP. I welcome all of you and thank all of you for sparing your valuable time. Now I open the session for questions and answers. If our educationists here, our August gathering, if you would like to ask a few questions or say a few words, we would be really grateful. I request Dr. Mamta Bhatia.
Thank you.
Senior Regional Director, ma'am, welcome.
Namaskar to everyone.
Ma'am, we would be really grateful if you can just say a few words.
Though I joined late, but whatever I could listen to, it was really enlightening and knowledge gaining session for all of us. And as you rightly said, the modern world does not know about Atma or the soul, or as you said, the voice of the silence. So that is what we really need to understand about and then turn about. All of us, we need to take a U-turn and back to our own knowledge system, because that is the essentiality of today. Because what we are seeing amongst our youth also, they also have to have a deep knowledge of what our traditional knowledge system you wanted to tell us and what type of individual they really wanted to create amongst us. We are all human beings, but are we really have that humanity in us? इंसान तो बन गए, क्या इंसानियत हमारे अंदर वो रह पाई? उसकी बहुत जरूरत है, और उसके लिए हमें फिर से we have to go back to our own knowledge systems, to our roots, and that is really essential. And that was, I think, the main crust of what you said. Thank you very much, sir. It was really enlightening for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mamta ma'am. Thank you so much. Do we have Dr. DP Singh with us here? Okay, Dr. Srivastava, Dr. Amit Srivastava, Deputy Director, RC Delhi 2. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much, ma'am. I mean, it's so much enlightenment to listen to Yogi Shivanji, and especially connecting ourselves to our roots, like Indian knowledge system. Today also there is one news in the Times of India regarding how the Gurukul students are going to be integrated with the Indian Institute of Technology system, and Central Sanskrit University is going to play a major role. So I believe that connecting to our roots is one of the major which we are missing since last many years, being a part of this modern education system. And with this, I believe that if we connect with our roots, we are going to not only help ourselves but to the future generations also. So thank you, Yogi ji, for such a nice enlightenment to all of us, and definitely it will go a long way in shaping our life and future. Thank you.
Anybody? Thank you so much, Dr. Srivastava. Any questions? Anjana, we see this Shashank Negi.
Ma'am, his issue was that he was not able to understand in English. He wanted it to be in Hindi. So I don't really think if we can accommodate his request.
Okay. Anybody else who would like to ask any question? Josta ji, Josta ma'am, Shiny,
yes, ma'am.
the colleagues, Chandrasekhar
Yes,
sir, please.
Yes, ma'am. My question is from Acharya ji. One thing which I have never understand and tried a lot. Could you please throw some light on the difference between the Brahm of Shankar, Shankaracharya ji, and Ramanuja?
I'm sorry to put myself in a big trouble. Anyhow, Shankaracharya said,
Sir.
Advaita. There are no two, only one.
Okay.
And Ramanuja said, there is something beyond it. But they were actually both were correct. They were trying to explain something in different ways.
Sir.
This is exactly what the Patanjali Maharishi also said. See, if you take Yoga Sutra. He was a very powerful Ayurveda Acharya. Atha Yoga Anushasana. Now I am declaring what yoga is. What is the second line? Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. If you want to understand, obliterate the boundaries of your intellect. Nirodha means there is no compromise. Then another master in Keranda Samhita, it is very clearly said, Pranam mano dvayamidam vilayam niyetyo moksham sagachadi naro kadinchidanya. Anybody who cannot go beyond the limitations of your senses, please stop thinking of Brahma. See, they were very clear. So we should understand this. Like, suppose somebody came to you and you are a biologist. I'm just giving an example only. A biologist, and you are telling about biology, bacteriology, the bacteria which is beyond our senses. Then a tribal guy came to you, very intellectual, but he is not aware of a microscope. He came and said, you are talking about bacteria a lot. Microorganisms can be there, but what is the proof? Then you say, okay, Baba, come and look through this microscope. He says, no, I don't want to take any external support. You tell me what bacteria is. That person never come to know what bacteria is. Same way, all masters declared about something beyond five senses. They said, bring your mind or prana apana into a union between this solar and lunar, Surya Chandra Masur Aikyam Hatha Ityavidiyade. Make a union. Like one more example, a blind man can hear a lot. He can recognize people by sound, correct? He cannot hear and he cannot see. What will happen? He can smell a lot. So one or two organs are blocked, other organ is attaining more strength. Same way, through systematic practice, you arrest the functions of five senses. Naturally, what will happen? Any answer?
Yes. Thank you very much, Yogi ji. Thank you very much.
Have you got the answer?
A little bit, because
when you close the five senses, a sixth sense will be activated, which is called third eye, yogic eye. The moment you start experiencing through the third eye, all these questions will vanish. Shankaracharya, then Madhvacharya, all are same. Even our ultra-modern scientists also said the same. There is no material world existing the way you perceive. Modern science is declaring it's quantum physics. This is what Shankaracharya said, Brahma Satyam Jagad Mithya. But still, it is confined into the limitation of our intellectual knowledge. Learn to practice this art of going beyond the senses. This is what Indian traditional wisdom always advised. 24 minutes a day. You spend every day. Like 24 hours you have. Take 1 minute from each hour, 1 nariga. You spend for inner observation. You will come to know how, what will be the potential of your existence. Who you are and where you are. All these things will be answered from within. This is what is called the sound of silence.
Sound of science.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Yogi ji.
Thank you.
Any other question? Any other question?
I think I was giving little heavy sessions and or doesn't make any sense or anything. The intellectual world is not accepting it.
No, we all accept it.
They are in silence now. They are practicing that, to reach
They're trying
above
to
the
listen to
five
sound of
senses.
silence. Yes.
Yes,
Good.
so they're experiencing that.
Okay, I request Joshna ji, do you have any question?
मैम ये वो स्थिति है जहाँ कोई प्रश्न रह नहीं जाता.
चलिए ठीक है. Shiny, you have any question?
It's okay.
Now I request Dr. Anjana, Deputy Director, Regional Center, Noida, for the vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Indeed, we are highly grateful to our resource person, highly learned resource person, I would say, Yogi Shivanji. You have enlightened us about, I don't know, how should I put my words? I don't know whether I have understood it correctly or not. I cannot even say that. Because this is something which really we are missing in the intellectual world. We are missing what actually we are, who we are. As Jyotsna ma'am rightly said in the beginning, that she was not able to correlate what I was telling about her and what actually she is. In fact, if we look at ourselves from that point of view, we all are what we are beyond this world. Like you have been telling, that it's the higher consciousness that
Yes.
we are highly missing. And if I have understood correctly, it's the different perspectives of understanding something. Like you have taken the example of H2O. We look at it as water, but yes, if we dissociate it into hydrogen and oxygen, then it's much beyond that. And there are different perspectives of looking at H2O in different senses. Then the meaning of Namah Shivaya, the 5 elements of life, that
Yes.
all is there in Namah Shivaya, that I have been able to understand. Then about the mantra, the higher consciousness that we have to look at, that we have to strive towards gaining the higher consciousness. We have to go beyond our senses and enter into that world of silence, where we can listen to the sound of silence maybe. And then you rightly said, sir, that what we know is just the 5% of the reality. That's 5% reality and 95% is instinct. And we have to make efforts to get to know something beyond that 5%, that maybe the education, this is the time when education has to make efforts to enter into that world and take our body and mind to that level of yoga, wherein we can derive some meaning of our life and try to understand who actually we are. So we are highly grateful to you, sir, for accepting our request and enlightening us on such an important topic, because as Dr. Siran Mukherjee madam in the beginning had said, that we have been very frequently listening to the word stress. But why the stress? That stress is there, but we have to work towards overcoming of that stress through maybe yoga, or maybe going to the higher level of that consciousness through our education system. So very much thankful to you, sir, on behalf of IGNOU Regional Center Noida. We all are highly grateful to you. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our special invitee, Madam Dr. Jyotsna Dixit, Director NCITE IGNOU. Thanks, Madam, for taking out time and to be through with us throughout the session, and also expressing yourself in the real sense who you are, not the Director NCITE, I would say. I would also like to thank our Senior Regional
Madam,
Director.
sorry to interrupt, I am nothing.
Yes, we do understand now. After the session, we all are nothing, we can say. We are just here to play the role that we have been given as a part of this world that we are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Regional Center Noida is highly grateful to our senior regional directors from Regional Center Jaipur, Madam Dr. Mamta Bhatia ji. You have joined the session, ma'am, and addressed us. And Dr. DP Singh ji. My senior colleagues from Regional Center Delhi to Dr. Amit Srivastav ji, Dr. Shiny Dugal, Dr. Meena Singh, our study center coordinators, Dr. Chandrasekhar Bhardwaj, and I can see Dr. Rohan D'Souza is also there. Also, my own colleagues from Regional Center Noida, our assistant registrar, Rajiv Kumar ji, and our entire Regional Center Noida staff who has been there in this meeting. And I'm sure that we all must have learnt a lot from this session. And last but not the least, my own senior regional director, Dr. Siran Mukherjee, to find out such an enlightened resource person for this lecture and finalizing such an important topic, which is the need of this hour. So with this, I would like to once again thanks everyone. Maybe I might have forgotten to point out somebody's name, but I'm indeed grateful to everyone on behalf of Regional Center Noida. Thank you so much.
I would thank Dr. Rohan D'Souza. I think he's from St. John's College, Agra. Sir, thank you so much for joining this session today. And I would also thank Dr. Vikas Singhal, Deputy Director from RC Delhi too. And if in case we've missed some names, please excuse us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you, Yogi Shivanji,
Thank
for
you.
sparing your valuable time and giving this very enlightening lecture to all of us. Hope it continues in the future also. Thank you.
I'm also very happy for getting this chance to share my experience with such wonderful personalities. So once again, thank you and namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.